Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another tier list video. Now, I put up a poll, and since I needed to get a video out, it was 50-50 between two people because I only got two responses. I just rolled a wheel, and I got the weapons category for our next tier list on grounded weapons. This is not mine. Making my own one would have taken too long. I just wanted to get someone to do it for me. So I found it on tierlistmaker.com. I will leave the link in the description. And we're going from tier 1 all the way to the infused weapons. Now, I think I have this all correct. I don't know if there are any weapons here that are in the wrong order. If there are, you can just pause the video and see which ones, but I believe I got them all in the right place. We got tier 1 all the way to tier 2, and then you got tier 3, and then you got, I think these are tier 4, so you got the New Game Plus weapons, and then you got the infused weapons for New Game Plus 4. Anyways, we're just going to go on to this. First, we got the spear. Now, I would classify the spear as a really good, early game weapon. I feel like it's one of the best, other than the Ant Club. It is, one of the best early game weapons. So, for that, I'm probably going to put it at the top of B for now. Next, we got the axe. It's an axe, all right? We're putting this in Director Schmechter, all right? I don't like it. Pebblet dagger, it's not too bad for a dagger. I normally only use it when I'm underwater because that's when I need to get it. But overall, it's not that bad of a weapon. I would use it if I had to. By the way, shovel is obviously for shovel. I mean, it's a shovel. What kind of fucking boss are you going to fight with a shovel? Next, we got the hammer. I'm thinking for the hammer, we're going to put it right behind the spear. It's a great weapon against the ladybug when you're first starting out and you're needing to get ladybug armor. But I wouldn't use it at all until I got a better weapon. If I had to fight something and I only had this and I had nothing else, obviously I'm going to use that. It's not that bad. If I had to choose between the pebblet dagger and the hammer, I would choose the hammer. Same with any of these. So, yeah. Next, we got the spiky sprig. This is going to be our first A-class weapon. It's probably one of the best, other than the spear, early game weapons. It is basically the Ant Club, but it inflicts bleed, and it's cheaper, but does less damage. But it does inflict bleed, which bleeds enemies over time, which is a really useful mechanic. Anyways, next, we got ourselves the Larva Blade. I think this is going to go right below the spear, but right above the hammer. I would definitely choose the Larva Blade other than any of these right here, but I wouldn't choose it over the spear. The spear just has better attack than this, in just my opinion. I don't know, but yeah. Shovel, obviously going to go in the shovel category. Now, we got the Brat Burst. I'm going to put this at the bottom of Director Schmechter. Reason why is because it's an explosive. It's good against bosses if you have a shit ton of them, because then you can just keep throwing them and throwing them and throwing them. But in regular battles, it's not going to be too useful. Now, for some reason in this tier list, we have these. I'm probably just going to put them at the very bottom of shovel. You know, we're not going to need them. Or I could just make a whole new thing. Hold on a second. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I'm going to make a whole new thing. Just give me a second. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. We got lights, so we can just put that right there. Actually, well, technically, this one's like an enhanced version, so we're going to put it above it. Next, we got the Ant Club. I'm thinking this is going to be our first weapon that goes in the Wendell Tully category. This is our first tier 2 weapon, and it's the first thing going into the Wendell Tully category. Reason why is because this is probably the best mace you're going to get at the start of the game, or best bludgeoning weapon. It's better than this because it has more damage effect, and also the fact that if you plus Barbarian onto it, you just hammer into them. All right, it's vicious. All right. Next, we got I believe this is the Spider Fang dagger, or just the Spider dagger, or whatever. This one, I'm going to put it in the A category. I feel like it's better than all of these, but it's not better than the spiky sprig. It inflicts poison onto them, but it doesn't do enough damage you're going to break it more often than breaking this, because this does more damage than this, obviously. You're going to be hitting it more. So in that turn of events, I'm going to want the spiky sprig more than this if I'm fighting for long periods of time. Next, we got the insect axe. I'm going to put this at the bottom of C because it's obviously better than this axe, but I mean, it's an axe. I don't use axes much in the game at all because I only use it for chopping down things. So I don't have much to say on here, but I'd probably rather this dagger than this axe. So yeah. All right, next we got the trident. I've never used this in game, but based off of what it is, it seems like it's a better version, oh god, of the spear. So I'm probably going to put it in B above the spear, but not in A. I don't feel like it deserves A category. Sorry, I just went and I got a burrito for Burrito Day as of recording this video. It was really good. It was like $7, and that was a chunky burrito. Anyways, next up, we got the bone dagger. I'm feeling like the bone dagger is better than the hammer, but not better than the larva blade. Since the larva blade inflicts poison, I believe, or something. I don't remember. Maybe it inflicts something, I believe. But it's not better than that. It's better than the hammer, obviously, and it's better than the regular dagger, because I mean it's a tier 2 version. Anyways, did I miss the bow and arrow? Do they not have a bow and arrow on this list? I think they forgot the regular bow and arrow. Uh-oh. Additional images. I believe I have that image. Yep, it's right here. Okay, here we go. I believe this one is going to be going above in A class. I don't feel like it deserves the Wendell Tully mark, but it definitely does deserve better than any of these. If I were to choose it, if I were to choose a bow, it would be this for early game because it's really the only one you can get. Anyways, next up we got the crossbow. Personally, I don't like the crossbow. The reason why I don't like the crossbow is because you manually need to load it and then just have it there, right? And as well as that, it is slower to reload than one of these bows. So when you have lower damage arrows, it's gonna take longer to kill something rather than using something like this or the insect bow. So for that, I'm gonna put it in the bottom of A because it's not terrible, right? It's a good bow, but overall, it's pretty bad. Next, we got the insect hammer, I believe it's called. I'm going to put this at the top of B. I feel like it's better of all of these. I would rather have it than any of these if I were to have any of these and below. All right, next we got the bee stinger spear. I believe this is our second weapon going into the Wendell Tully because it's a great tier 2 spear for what it costs. You can find a rotten one that you're able to use, I believe, in the anthill, like the red anthill. I don't know. Maybe that's where you can find it. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. Insect bow, it's going to be top tier Wendell Tully. This is probably the best bow you're going to get. All right. Other than maybe the bard bow that you get from killing the wasp. By the way, the wasp queen. By the way, for anyone who doesn't want spoilers in the game, please don't watch. I probably should have said that beforehand, but I didn't. So, spoiler warning. There's a bunch of spoilers in the game. In here. Including the infused weapons in the New Game Plus that you already heard me talk about. So, spoiler warning. Anyways, next. We got the Black Ant Sword. I believe the Black Ant Sword is not terrible, right? It doesn't deserve to go in anything C or below, but I don't feel like it deserves top tier B. I would probably grab this above a spear, but below a trident. I don't really use a trident, but you know what? Yeah, since I don't use a trident, I'm going to say it's better just because I have used this. So, yeah. Anyways, next, we got the Mosquito Rapier. This one is going to be down in Director Schmechter, very bottom. I would rather have a regular axe than this. The reason why is because I believe it gives, what is it? It lets you steal enemy health, which isn't bad, I must say. It's not terrible. But for killing mosquitoes, it could have been better. I'd rather go and kill a wolf spider, which is personally easier to me, and get the insect bow rather than going and killing 2 mosquitoes, which I hate the pattern of. And I also get other things, like I'm able to get the venom, which is going to help me get something like the spider fang, than getting one of these. All right. Next, I believe this is the sticky brat burst. I don't like this. All right, I'm going to put it below. I'm going to put it below the regular brat burst. Reason why is because when I throw a brat burst, I'm just going to say grenade. When I throw a grenade, I don't always hit spot on, right? So when you have a sticky version, when you don't hit spot on, they're able to move instead of you being able to hit it. It's being able to roll in a certain direction and then be able to have a more guaranteed chance of hitting them. Anyways, next shovel. I'm going to put this higher than the acorn shovel, but we don't need to talk about that. We got shovels and lights for a reason. Next, we got the ant scepter. I'm going to put this at the very bottom of Director Schmecter. I have used it and I do not like it. It's a waste of resources for what you get. Unless you're going for this for a high tier like New Game Plus where you spawn a bunch of bad guys. I mean, you spawn a bunch of teams. It's not good. I would not recommend choosing it at all. But next, and finally, we're moving on. Not finally. We're moving on to the tier 3 now. There's a lot of tier 3 weapons. So we're going to have to get into all of these. Mother Beast, Club of the Mother Beast, I'm going to put it top A. It's good after you kill the Brood Mother because it's a great club. It's basically just an increase from this, and you get it right after killing the boss, as well as being able to go and kill the Mantis next. So for that, I'm going to put it right here. Antlion is going to be at the bottom of Wendell Tully because for killing some antlions, you do need to kill a lot of antlions, but you're already going there to grab the black ant. What is it? The black ant super chip. So might as well kill some of these and get the tier 3 sword that's really good when you're there. Next, we got the axe. I actually think this is better than all of these. I would probably prefer it more than any of these. All right. Next, I'm going to quickly move this here. We're going to move on to the mage set. Now, the ice one is going to go in the bottom of S. I like the ice one a lot, okay? The fire one is going to go in the bottom of Director Schmecter, and the green one is going to go in the top of B, if it would let me. My reasoning for this is the ice, you get to slow them down as well as do damage. The fire one, you shoot things at it. I don't like that mechanic. I already have a bow for that. I don't need that. And for this one, I don't remember what it does, but I do remember it being pretty good for me. I believe it, I don't fucking know what it does, alright? I won't be honest. I forgot what it did, but all I know is that I liked this one more than this one. That's from my refreshed memory. Next, we got the Fire Ant Club. The Fire Ant Club is something that I've never gotten because when I started killing fire ants, I got the fire ant armor and then got this thing right here to deal more acid damage. I never got the club. I didn't feel like it was necessary. All right. I'm going to put it above the hammer because I know this is going to do more damage than any of these and would probably be better in a fight. But I don't think it's any better than these right here. Next, we have the Spicy Coltana. I'm thinking this is going to be our first tier 3 going into the top of Wendell Tully. It is a great weapon for when you get it. You get it whenever you go to the coal stash and you pull out the recipe after fighting a bunch of ladybird larvae. I don't mind it. All I have to say is you can't do it in New Game Plus or you get fucked up. I have never beat it in New Game Plus, and I've went up to New Game Plus 8 on my personal time. But with that standing, I hate doing it. All right, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to grab it in New Game Plus, but it's a really good weapon. Now we got the Tick Sword. I don't know what it's actually called. I just know it's a Tick Sword. This one is going to go in the top of A. It's better than the Broodmother set because, again, swords do way better damage and have a way better mutation than clubs do. And in fact, after saying that, I gotta move these. I gotta move that. Clubs have a bad mutation where you can't parry. And for someone like me who parries a lot, even when they're using clubs, it's bad when I have Barbarian activated when I'm fighting a boss and then trying to parry and it doesn't work, right? So with that, I'm going to put it above this right here. Next, we got the Rusty Spear. I'm going to put this above the, what do you call it, the Bee Stinger. It's a really good weapon, and I recommend it for people who are just getting into the Rust category of the game, where you finally get the, I believe, the Black Ox Hammer, and you're able to get the rust off of things. If you're a spear player, it's definitely one of the best that you're going to get for the time being, I believe, because there is another one later on. Next, we have the Mantis Scythe. I use this way too much, and in my opinion, it's way too overrated. I'm going to put this at the bottom of Director Schmechter. It's a good weapon, keep in mind, because it gives you the ability of being able to hit, and you have a chance of getting faster attack speeds. It's great, right? It's way too overrated for the boss category tier, or just tier 3s in general. It's way too overrated, and there's so much more better weapons, like the Coltana, which gives you a spicy effect. Or hell, the spear or the sword here. It's good, all right? I've never used this grenade, and I didn't even know that this grenade was in the game, all right? So since it's a tier 3, I'm going to automatically give it an A tier. Tell me if it's good. Tell me if it's bad in the comments. I don't know, because I've never seen this, and I've never gotten it. Next, we got the Mint Mace. Now, I remember playing the game when the Mint Mace was the best weapon you could get. Once you got it, you won the game, all right? And that was basically it. So, but nowadays, it's bad, all right? They nerfed it so bad, and it is not good, all right? I remember when the Mint Mace required you to only have the mint shards, not the mint glob, like the fired mint glob that you put into the oven. And honestly, it's way too expensive for you to get. Once you already get the recipe for it, you're already going to have better weapons like the sword. And especially when I said maces and clubs are just bad. So I'm probably going to put this in the C tier, bottom C tier. Next, we got the Salt Morning Star. This one, I haven't used much, but from my knowledge, it is pretty good. And I would say that it's better than the Mother Club, whatever it is. There's so many weapons, and there's so many names I need to remember. So yeah, we got the Toenail Scimitar, I believe this is called. Toenail Scimitar, I've never gotten it in game. I never had the use for it, but since it's a tier 3, I'm gonna put it in A tier. All right, I'm just gonna put it above everything else. All right. Next, these things. These are ass. I honestly do not recommend using these at all. Just don't, all right? I don't even know what they're called. Just don't use them. Next, we got the, I believe this is the Tiger Mosquito Rapier. I would put this at a bottom C. I remember using it. It wasn't bad when I got it. It was just a better version of the regular rapier, and it's not worth it to get it. Again, I must say, it's a tier 3, and there's way more better tier 3s out there that are cheaper to get, all right? This one, I don't remember what this is called. I believe this is a staff that shoots things. And I believe it might be the Black Ant Staff or the Fire Ant Staff. I don't know. All right. So for that case, we're going to have to put it in B tier just because I feel like it's going to be better than most of these things. Probably not better than this right here. So yeah. Next, we got the Bard's Bow and Arrow, I believe it's called, or whatever it is. This one is the best bow you're gonna get. I feel like it's the best ranged weapon in the game. All right. I don't have to say anything about it. It's a boss drop. All right. Next, we got the Black Ox. What do you call it? Black Ox crossbow. This one isn't too bad. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of Wendell Tully. I remember using it. It wasn't too bad. Wouldn't recommend it again though. Next, we got this spear. I honestly don't even know the name of it. I don't remember what it looks like. So I don't really know what to rate it. But from its looks, I'm going to rate it off of its looks right now. This looks cool as fuck. All right, I'm going to put it top A tier. Next, we got the Widow Dagger, I believe this is called, from the Black Widow drop. Or not drop, what you make from it. This one is way too overrated. I'm putting it in the top of Director Schmechter. It's not bad, but it's way too overrated for what it is. All right, I would not recommend getting it. By this time, you're already going into the underground lab that is under the shed. Why get this? You probably already have the Coltana. Why? There's no point in it. I actually even talked to my friends before watching this or making this, and I asked them, out of this list, what do you think is the most overrated weapon? I had 3 people vote on this, and then I had one of my friends vote on the Salt Morningstar as being overrated. I totally agree with the Widow. I don't know about the Salt Morningstar. Maybe that's my opinion. But with that, let's continue. And I forgot, is there a tier 3 shovel or there not? I don't know. I don't think there is. Anyways, final tier 3 weapon. We got the Black Ox. What do you call it? Black Ox Hammer. I'm going to put this at the bottom of A tier. Not bad. All right. Now, we have the... Wait, no. This is actually not a New Game Plus weapon. Sorry. This is a tier 3 weapon that you get after killing Director Schmechter. I should put it in top A tier because it's Director Schmechter's weapon recipe. But honestly, this is the best weapon in the game. It is the best. All right. I don't need to fight that. It is the best weapon, especially when you combine it with the Fire Ant. What do you call it? Fire Ant combo of armor. It's amazing. Now, finally, or not finally, second finally, we got ourselves a New Game Plus weapon, and I'm going to speed past this because they're all technically the exact same weapons as many weapons in here, like the katana and the axe and the mace, except they're different versions. Fire one, I'm going to put it bottom A. The breast layer, I'm going to put it bottom S. We got the double axe that is, I believe it's a spicy one. I'm going to put it top A. It's not bad. Wouldn't recommend it. The ice pickaxe or the salty pickaxe, I'm going to put this bottom B. The spicy mace, better than the mint mace, but, you know, it's not that good. Sour Katanga, I'm going to put this right below the spicy Coltana. And this one right here, the ice one, I'm going to put it right below this. We got the sour battle hammer, sour mace, whatever this fucking spatula thing is. Did my thing just crash? Oh, come the fuck on. Oh, come on. You're fucking kidding me. All right, we're back. All right. This thing right here deserves to go in the shovel category. I don't even give a fuck. All right, next, we got the ice one. We're going to put the ice battle axe at the bottom. The ice flail axe or whatever it is. We're going to put this top A if we even can. Come on. I remember using it. It wasn't too bad. The next sour, the spicy hammer. Honestly, most of these are going in B because I've never used them. So I feel like that kind of categorizes them pretty well. And next, we got the infused weapons. This right here is the second best weapon in the entire game. You get unlimited bombs. I mean, who is complaining about that? Got the infused axe. I would say the infused axe, since it's an axe weapon, it's not going to do as much damage as something like a sword or a mace or a scythe. It's going to go bottom B tier. The infused bow is going to go above the Coltana, but that's it. We're not going to put it above the unlimited bombs. The infused mace, we're going to put top A. It's pretty good, I'd say. Then the crossbow, I'm going to put this in dog shit category. I don't like crossbows. All right. Why waste on an infused crossbow? Why? The dagger, I feel like the dagger should go top B. Sword is going to go right below the bow and arrow. Hammer, fuck it, we're going to put it in lights. I don't know why anyone would use an infused hammer. All right, why? Why even use a hammer in general? I rated these hammers fairly because some people might want to use it as a busting tool, but why? Why? All right. Anyways, next we got the scythe. I would rate the scythe bottom S tier. The spear, definitely better than the sword. And finally, the dagger. Want to know where I'm going to put the dagger? In the shovel category. You got all of these right here that you can use, and you choose a fucking dagger. Come on, man. You can do way better than that. But, as it appears, we have finished our tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when videos just like this come out on the channel. I'm getting way faster at saying that, that's for sure. I've done it so many times that I can just remember it by memory now. But, yeah. I'm going to have another post, and it's going to be what my last post was, except I'm going to add mutations instead. I might take off armor combos because if there's 16 full armor sets in the game, and you got headgear, chest plate, and shin guards. Multiply 16 to the power of 3, that's 4,096. So imagine having 4,096 items on here, and I have to test every single one myself just to know what it would do. So I'm probably going to take it off. But with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.